Welcome. Oh, this looks different. Make sure my volume's up. Yeah. I'm gonna just give it a moment for people to come on to the chat. But it's really interesting. Today is the new moon in Taurus. Here I live. We'll be forming around 11:30ish here on the East Coast. But it's been an interesting ride, for sure. Things look blurry. And I wanted to come on live because I haven't in a while. Ouch. And also because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but technology has definitely found a new timeline. We'll just call it that. Everything I seem to touch or open up is a different format, it's like a whole timeline. Technology just took its existence and moved to a whole new way of operating, and even the look, the feel. I want to get into that. So I while I was waiting for the live stream to start, I just pulled a couple cards because I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I mean, obviously we have a new moon, an important new moon. They're all important. And I've been doing daily card pulls because the energy is just so, it's like ever changing. And I do want to talk about that a little bit as well, but I want to show you the cards that I pulled. Don't give up. And then we have the Heyoka, the trickster. So if you guys are experiencing things like I am, where we're being tested, we're being challenged, our fears are being brought to light, accidents, injuries. I mean, look at that. That's just part of the whole left side of my body is one big bruise from falling down my steps last week. There's been a lot of things that have been going too fast, and I kept picking up on the 911 energy, like there's going to be an accident, and lo and behold, I have like a major accident. Thankfully I didn't break anything, but other people that I know have had minor accidents that could have been worse. I could sit here and talk about the astrology. I feel like many of us could talk astrological predictions. Yeah, I want to just be really real and talk about what I'm experiencing, what I'm witnessing in other people, what they're experiencing, and the symbology that I've been picking up along the way. And I invite you to join. I invite you to, share with me what you're experiencing at this time. Have you noticed, or do you feel like we've been feeling for a while, big change? We know there's big changes that are needed. Are you starting to actually experience in the physical big change in your life or even collectively? So a lot of the things that I've been picking up is like collective shadow has been really strong. I've been talking about the oscillation of energy that I've been experiencing, and some of it is bliss, some of it is fear. It's a big mix of everything, and it is intense. And I will tell you, the collective energy I keep picking up is about the same. It's hard to gauge. And so I think I want to just start with that, with reading tarot, or even as viewers of of tarot or astrology, we'll take astrology off the board, although it's all connected. Myself, when we read into the energy stream, we are reading into what is the current, especially if it's collective. If it's collective, you're reading into the current stream of what the majority of people who are actually meant to hear the message are going through or experiencing. Hi, Karen. Live, yay. As far as predictions go, and I only speak from experience, there's a quantum field. This has been proven through science. There's a quantum field, and we are the perceiver of the quantum field. There are infinite possibilities of how anything could turn out. Yet we end up with our past experiences or with our programmed experiences or people telling us this is how it needs to be, this is how it is, it cannot be anything different than what it is I'm telling you. We put our energy and faith into that, and that is the reality that we get. However, there are always multiple possibilities. It's just that when somebody is doing a prediction or a reading into the future, they're picking up on, most of the time, the collective or the biggest potential or possibility based off of what everybody else's conscious awareness is at that time, and where our energy, where our focus and our belief systems are gearing towards, or where we're aiming towards. Hope that helped answer some, because I've had some people, and I'm not really answering any of those questions, but I've had some people, and it seems as though some people are really confused. Obviously, what I'm picking up and what I read into is something that is in depth within them, and they think that I am just specifically reading for them, when no, that is not the case. And that's how you can actually see the beauty and magic in it all, of how we are all so connected, that there's definitely more than just you having the experience that I'm reading into, if that makes sense. So, want to just touch on that. I've been wanting to touch on that one for a while. And I also want to put a little bit of a caution out there, not to knock tarot. I love the tarot and I connect to it very deeply. But sometimes when we're on our journey and we're in really difficult place, and we've got some parts within us that are being resistant or stubborn, they really latch on and grasp at what the reading is going to say and direct them to. And the advice is what it is. But when you are constantly listening to tarot readings over and over again, there can be, because your highest guide, your angels and whatever, will throw a trickster in there as a lesson, as a test, to show you that you're the perceiver, you are the receiver also of your experience. So when we put all of our faith and energy into somebody else or something else outside of ourselves, we're giving our power away. We're giving our energy away. And I do understand, because I've been there, where you feel so powerless and helpless, and you're not able to get your own answers. You're not in an energetic state or frequency to actually even tap into your higher self. Yes, it's very helpful if you're resonating with a tarot reading, it's very helpful to kind of get you back on track, get you, back on your soul's path. Hi, Darren. However, a lot of us can become very addicted and used to and using that modality as your own guide or crutch instead of your own power, your own highest guide. And that's when eventually the guides will come in and it will stream through a medium, a tarot reader, anybody who's already in the stream of the collective stream, that quantum stream, will pop through a trickster energy to really get the juices flowing internally and have us question ourselves. Is this actually true? Because really we are the ones, each and every one of us. We are, hi Martin, we are the ones that are the receiver, the perceiver, and the creator of the next now moment. Everything is in like, so we have right now, the present moment, and we already have the past. The past happened. If you keep going back to the past, which we do have a lot of subconscious fears and parts that are really clinging to the past or stuck in the past, that can also have us recreating similar experiences from the past. That's where the healing comes in. That's where the deep inner work, the shadow work, the inner child work, the parts work is really necessary to understand what's truly operating, because we have parts within us that will just take over our consciousness. We won't know it. We will just say, I'm in this mood, or I'm seeing this way. I know I'm butchering it now. It's so, it all makes so much sense to me until I start to put words to it, and then it's like, bleh. There are many others that are much better at putting it into words than I am. But anyway, I wanted to come on live. Hi, everybody. Hi, Patsy. We're all here. I wanted to come on live, number one, because there's a lot of really intensified energy, a lot of beautiful energy also underneath the surface of the other trickster energy. And bear with me here. Paula has a good excuse for being absent today. I will say that. I know, Patsy, you're like, I say Paula should be the moderator. The message was don't give up. Don't give up. There are trickster energy. Mercury is the trickster, basically. Mercury is in a conjunction to Chiron, all working together. Mercury can be such the trickster with the mind. Our mind plays tricks on us. Pluto retrograde also, yes, a very revisitation of the past. And also Uranus and Jupiter conjunction, that still is in effect. And for those of you who missed, be very aware. Now, I have Uranus in my first house, my body. And look, I am bruised, my whole left side, bruised from a bad fall. And I was not paying attention to the Mercury signs of slow down, pay attention, be mindful. I was in la la land. So I got a nice lesson there, and thankfully nothing was broken. Thankfully nothing was really bad, but we've got a lot of these. But the Pluto retrograde, oh my, that's big. It's big, huge, and will be. And the solar activity, I have to say, I have never seen so many notifications for solar flares and radio blackouts in the last couple of days. It was just nonstop. Every time I turn around, I really try not to look at my phone too much. It's very difficult. That's another thing. I'm actually looking forward to going away, going to Outer Banks with my family this Friday for a week, and I plan to unplug completely. If I use my phone for anything, it will be to play music. Yes, I'm okay. Thank you. You hurt your leg when you were climbing. Yeah, I fell down an entire flight of steps, and this entire side of my body is like, my arm is nothing compared to, like, it's going to be a lovely show on the beach. Me just big bruise, but I'm grateful to not be like severely injured. There are others in my timeline, in my surroundings, that have also been having some accidents. There's been a lot of, and knock on wood, teeth. A lot of people are having issues with teeth, and I kind of equate that to the solar, the uptick in the energy, because as a scuba diver, Martin, you'll know this, like even inside our teeth, like we have little tiny air pockets and air bubbles all throughout our body and stuff. And when we have these fluctuations of energy and pressure, you're gonna feel it, and the teeth will be shifting. It's just really, really interesting. I do have arnica. Thank you. Actually, I never even thought it doesn't even hurt anymore. The bruises, like, it's way down. My arm was really swollen. And it just, I always sit like this and I can't still. Universal hickey. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. So I wanted to just more or less chit chat about, like, what are you guys experiencing? Because I have to say, we could talk astrology and shop all day long, but all in all, I just want to talk about experiences. Massage that. I know, and that was my funny bone. I landed that, like, I broke my fall. It was not funny at all. Just so much has been going on through April. I mean, I made it through April and I learned a lot about my energy and how it really truly affects the outcome of not just my experience, but those that are having a collective experience with me, like such as my family, and close friends and things. And I've had some opportunities to not overreact and not think the worst. Of course, the worst comes to the surface when you're faced with something, a challenge. What do you know about the energy that we can utilize to affect others around us, changing others' moods, or even moving small objects? Yeah, that's so funny, because that's what I'm getting into. So I'll give you an example. I talked a little bit about this in one of my smaller videos, but this past weekend, Saturday, I had my two girlfriends were on their way here. They were spending the night. We were having our girls, we do at least once a year. We have like a girls' night, girls' weekend thing. So, and we cook and we laugh and we dance and we do, we've been friends since 1985. We've been friends and celebrating life together for that long. And so I'm really blessed to have these beautiful people in my life. But out of the blue, and I had already been struggling with, I have fears that come up about money. Am I going to be able to have enough for what I need? And that's been something that has been very steady for me, yet going away for a week, it's like, it brings up these fears, like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna, all of those things. And I really tried to, like, not let that be the driving force within. I'm aware of it. It's old. It's both of my parents and my grandparents. It's like it's ancestral, right? Um, and so I about 5 minutes before they showed up, I turn my water on and there's no water, none. And so I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. I go outside, go down in the well. We have the switch that when we lose power, sometimes I have to go down into the well and flip a switch. Did all that, nothing worked. Made some phone calls, tried everything I knew to do, and nothing was working. And instantly, I had this pit in my stomach like, this is not good. This is not good, and it's going to be expensive. That was like what my brain, that was the story. And so I'm like, all right, we don't know this for sure. Called my brother-in-law, and he comes over and he starts tinkering around with some stuff. And by then my friends had gotten here and we're trying to decide, what are we going to do? Are we going to go to one of their houses? And they really just wanted to stay here. So we decided, we're like, well, regardless whether we have water tonight or not, we're going to stay. We bought some jugs of water and we're glamping right here. So my brother-in-law, and it took him a couple of hours. He had a plumber buddy that came over, and lo and behold, long story short, but it was 3 hours of me not knowing how much it was going to cost, because when your well is not pumping water, that's a lot of money to fix. It turned out it was just the switch, and they replaced the switch, and we have water. Long story short, I was able to stay very neutral. I witnessed the intense fear and the, oh my God, the worst case scenarios bubbling up and going through my mind. And I didn't want to attach to it. I just let it kept washing over me. It was exhausting, actually. And then when the water was back on, it was a switch. I'm like, thank God. And on top of that, now this new switch, when we lose power in the future, I don't have to go down into that well anymore and flip a switch, which is not an easy thing to do. It's like deep down, and I still don't have a ladder to get there, so I have to hoist myself. Like this house was built in the 1800s. Everything is old. I mean, of course, we updated things to live in it now, but still, the well is very old. Panic. Exactly. I was so panicked. It was the pressure switch. And but that was my story. It was like the worst case scenarios, they will fly through us. And a lot of times if we attach to that, now my son, who also, he has renters downstairs, he's calling around, and I told him to not panic. I told him to just wait until my brother-in-law was doing with his thing. He ended up still panicking and calling, and this, mind you, it's like 6 o'clock on a Saturday. He calls the most expensive, the only people around on the weekend that can do emergency plumbing and stuff like that. And it was like $500 just for them to show up at your house. And I was like, cancel it. Before we even knew, I was like, cancel them. No, I just knew, I had this inner knowing all of a sudden. I'm like, this is a test. Don't panic yet. Now, if he would have panicked and we would have let those people come in, I'm sure they would have found something else, because it's old. They've been like, you need this, you need that, to get money. So long story short, don't panic when things happen. And watch yourself, pay attention. I actually got to listen to all of my inner voices, and the voice of reason just kept me very calm and neutral, and it all worked out okay. That's just an example, one of many, of what could go wrong, has gone wrong. But in lieu of all that, I've been able to stay very calm and neutral and watch these tornadoes of events And the well was just one of them. Watch these tornadoes of events swirl around me and bring up all these fears and bring up all these emotions, and I could still just not attach to any of those stories except for the one I wanted. But I wasn't even attaching to that because there's another part in me like saying, too good to be true. That's never going to happen. So it's better to just stay neutral. Let me see what the universe is trying to show me here. What is this test all about? They come in threes. I know, right? Well, I should be done now. I think, hopefully. But yeah, it's always a nice reminder of how our energy, which is linked to our emotions and the subconscious, really does impact and affect others. I know this from doing energy work and with people. Energy. Oh, energy. Yeah. Doing energy work with people. I have to get myself to a state of I don't even know what, there's no word for me to describe what it is, but I get myself into a state where I know that I'm connected. I have a feeling, I can feel the stream of energy moving through me that's not mine. It's linked to a higher power, like a higher source. This is the energy I use to channel through. This is the energy that I use to read and to do energy work with people. And so when people sit with me one-on-one, because I do more than just read tarot, when people sit with me one-on-one, I allow them to tell me what's going on with them, and I remain in this state of very deep inner calm. And I watch their energy change. They go from telling their story, and suddenly they're just like, they're more calm. And then we can go into the actual inner work that we do. And this is how we affect each other. So if I'm in my own tizzy, I'm not going to help anybody else. You know what I mean? And vice versa. We do affect each other this way in a big way. Not just each other, but we affect matter. We affect the energy streams around us and the collective too. Where, I mean, we're all connected to the collective stream. Can make it better or worse. Yeah. I don't even know exactly what I wanted to talk about here, other than, and I started talking about this when not all of you guys were on here. Well, at least I couldn't tell if anybody was on here or not. That technology's been weird, and it seems as though that's had its own timeline shift already. And at least here, at least in my experience, and like, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say as far as things getting through, as far as being blocked also, social media wise. Oh, here's the one thing I wanted to talk about. Because Patsy, you shared this Lori Ladd talking about, I think it was Lori. I don't remember now who it was, but that was so spot on with what I had been picking up, and I've been actually really repelled by Facebook, Instagram. Those are the only two social media platforms I'm on aside from YouTube. Really repelled by them. And because there's this energy that is being streamed through right now, and I can't put my finger on it exactly. It's not necessarily the content, although some of the content is a lot different. I think the algorithms on all of these platforms just did a big 180, or just like flipped the script and missing a lot of stuff. Now with the solar activity and things, I know text messages are weird. I'll get like double, triple text messages or answers from people. Things will be either delayed and then a big push of all of this information. I've definitely had some people come out of the woodwork too. Not necessarily with regards to anything to do with me personally, but what they have to say and this is that Pluto energy. What they have to say, or what they're asking me, has a deep resonance to a very traumatic experience that I had back in 2018. And I'll just leave it at that. And I keep meeting that with different, first it was some random stranger. And then it was, some of it came out of my son's mouth. Now he doesn't know, like he's just talking to me, but it's like, how we pick up on things through our psychic senses, where there's subliminal or extra messages in there for us. Do you guys know what I'm talking about here? Or should I go a little deeper into that? Because we all kind of do that to some degree. And that's that Heyoka. That's that trickster energy sometimes. Again, not that the trickster is bad. It is meant to really, get your antenna kind of perked up, like, oh, what did you just say? Or not even like, that what the person's saying to you, they have no idea, but it triggers, it brings something up from the past. Definitely explain it better. That's been happening all the time for me, and like at least in the last past week or so. And so I get intrigued. I'm like, so what is this actually telling me? Is this just I see these as waves of energy, and if you look at like a spiral or a cylinder going around, it's like the past is coming back around again, this wave, and we're going to revisit stuff. This one is and sometimes those waves can carry us away with them, and sometimes those waves just wash over us, and we're like, I think I'm cleansed of all of that. People are projectors. Yes. Isn't that interesting? And if you really tap into that, it allows us to really let some people off the hook from our past that maybe we held a grudge to, or felt a certain kind of way, or just uncomfortable around because they had channeled an old energy through them to us that we didn't particularly care for or like. But they are unconscious to that. They're not aware. I've had experiences with people who have said things and done things, and then when I point it out to them, they have no idea. None. And I can tell they're telling me the truth. I'm like a human lie detector. I know when somebody's like lying to me. It's very obvious. But something, it wipes their whole, like, it's an energy that kind of takes over their consciousness for a second or 30 seconds or whatever it is. They have no idea. Other times people will say, I don't even know why I said that. You ever have, there's Granny Paula, hi. Do you ever have that? Even like I've had that happen before I knew that I was like channeling energy. It's like, I don't even know why I said what I said. It just came out. Isn't that interesting? So we have a lot of that going on. Oh, what else? So we've got accidents. This is what I'm experiencing. Holding grudges is like carrying baggage. Yes. It gets heavier after a while. Best to let things like that go. Absolutely. 100% agree with that. Yeah. And, I always do like a body scan, especially when we're in these energies. I was doing it earlier, and I kind of started to get a little restless because I had a lot of like, do a body scan. What am I feeling? What am I sensing? What wants to come to the surface and tell me something or explain something to me? And they're all just like, blah, blah, blah. And I just keep hearing, why don't you go and talk with people about this? Why don't you go live? And at the time, I mean, I'm like a sweaty mess. I'm like, I don't feel like talking to anybody, but I actually do. Isn't that weird energy of like, I'm feeling like hermiting, but I'm not, because I got so much energy coming through. It's just, it's a lot of stuff. Hi, Wade. Spiritual consciousness transcends material concern. Thank you for the enlightenment of others worldwide. Oh, you're welcome. Travel light. Yes, we must travel light. I think that's a great a message for us all. Maybe that's what Pluto's saying. It's like it's time to lighten the load. It's time to travel light. And yeah. So much. So much. I just had a big whew, like a lot of energy come through all at the same time. Let's pull some cards and see. Let's maybe the cards always help keep me organized because I get a lot of messages through the day. And I haven't been doing the zodiac reading, so it's like, ugh, I don't know what to do with all of this. Actually, it's been a beautiful day here today, which was surprising. It was supposed to rain. Supposed to rain. So the Weather Channel said it was going to rain, and it didn't. Let's just say that. And I really try not to even go by those things. But every time I just get out there and like, it doesn't take much. Show me a cloud, show me a tree, and I'm gone. I'm there. It was a good day, yes. But not with we still had, with the heat gets cranked up and the fear comes to this raging boil, and you already have this in here. You're like, I know this is a test. I know this is a test. I know it. And then, but it's still like all these emotions and all this energy still flooding through. At least that's been my experience. And I come to think about it today alone, how much energy has been working through me, and I feel amazing. I still haven't eaten anything today. I'm not even hungry. I have no appetite at all. 6 of Wands. Victory, overcoming challenges. Yes. Pat on the back, right? Doing it. Patsy says hyper independent. 10 of Cups. Oh, and I'm feeling that energy too. Have a lot to be grateful for. A lot of beautiful souls in my physical experience and also in my well, this is still a physical experience, but electronic physical experience, I'll say. I don't know what you would call this, really. It's still a physical experience for all of us. Oh, here's another card. Oh, 6 of Cups. Okay. Wow. Oh, I love this. I love this reading. Okay, so they want me to start from it. We're starting off with the overall 8 of Pentacles and the hard work that we put in on with ourselves on our journey. Yeah, maybe some people are focused on work, but I'm not really picking that up here at all. Victory, overcoming challenges, and feeling the love, feeling the connectivity, feeling the joy, that lightheartedness. 2 of Wands. So here's that energy of, we feel something, we know, we sense. You don't even need to, like, everybody senses something big or some change is coming. Two of Wands is still like, but what do I want? What can I do? What is it that I want to do? This is like the daydreamer, and that's where we start. Preparation for manifestation. It always starts with embodying and embracing the imagination of the heart's desires, right? And Six of Cups. I'm drawn to this Two of Wands. She's looking out the window, daydreaming. She's got the globe there and a drawing of a VW bug with a bus with a surfboard. Daydreaming, planning her next adventure, right? And that's where we start the manifestation there at the Two of Wands. Why does Two of Wands bring tears to my eyes? Oh, because it's a beautiful energy. But you know what? I know why. Well, I know why it would affect me that way. If you struggle with the same thing that I do, which would be, it's hard to get the imagination and the feelings and the envisioning of something that you dream of and desire, because in your past you may have had it given to you and then taken away, and that having it go away was so painful, it makes it really difficult to get into that Two of Wands energy again. It's a wound that needs to be addressed and healed. Contemplating the future, yes. The purposeful path, yes. That would be that's how I would, but take how it resonates for you. But that definitely has been a struggle for me, and I was very well aware of it. I can get there more so, but there are certain topics, there are certain things that I truly have a desire for, and it's like as soon as I start to envision it, it's like there's another part in me that it's a protector part that's like, no, don't even go there because you're just going to get hurt. So I have to do that work internally to be like, that's not true. Just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again, unless there's a deeper lesson there, which would be how I engage with that energy, whether it be a relationship or career or money or like whatever it is that your heart desire, your dreams desire. And it can be anything. It's a childhood wound of having things taken away, or being abandoned even. Heart wound. Yep. So we have the Six of Cups. There's that nostalgia. And I've been having those blasts of the past. Like I said, I had my two girlfriends here over the weekend, and we have been celebrating life together since 1985, since I moved to Pennsylvania. And we can conjure up some great memories. And that's the thing about energy, memory, right? I just listened to this Deepak Chopra thing earlier today, and it was something very new that came to him. But if we can conjure up memories, that's not stored necessarily in the brain. That's an energy we're tapping into, an Akashic record of sorts here. It's Six of Cups. So there's a lot of memories from the past and nostalgia. These are good memories. Maybe some are a little tender that keep surfacing. They're surfacing to remind you of the good times, or surfacing for healing. Six of Cups can also be an actual blast from the past or visit from the past. Because yes, Pluto retrograde, my. I had a blast back to childhood with the smell of pine needles baking in the sun. Nice. See, yeah, it's like, yes, smells will definitely trigger that. I actually had that earlier today too, because that tree, I don't remember what it's called now, but in my backyard that smells so good. It brings back this memory of me when I was a kid, like good memories, the summer days, and it's not too hot out yet, and it's just like, it's so enjoyable. So all in all, I mean, I'm feeling really good considering all of the energy that we are experiencing right now. And maybe, you know, spending more time outside, not maybe, that definitely contributes to it, right? Viburnum. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Smells amazing. I've been having a lot of stranger activity. I've been having a lot of engagements with strangers lately too, and that's been really nice. It's like everywhere I go, and I'm in a great mood. People like pass by me, they smile, they're like hi, or they'll read my T-shirt or whatever, and like start up conversation, and it's been like, wow, this is especially the last 2 days. I've had to go multiple places and public places, and then I went for a hike and passed a bunch of people that every single person I passed, of course, I'm carrying this energy too. So we're projecting each other, projecting this energy, streaming this energy together. And it's like we just met long lost friends that we've never known each other type of energy. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, do you really want a repeat of the last 16 years? I don't. No, thank you. I'd like to create something new. Uh-huh. And I already know. I mean, it is set. It is set in my bones, in my body. Where I want to go, my big dreams and desires. They've always been there. They've been there since I can remember. And so that's how I know, like, I'm following this blissful path that sometimes can be hard because, yeah, I do have to like check myself, and I'll have like amazing encounters and experiences, and there's a protective mechanism in me that's like, yeah, that's just a one-off. That, don't expect that to happen again. I have to check myself constantly. There's all these parts that are coming. Paul says, no, I'm good. But if you really like are interested in how many different parts and personalities and personas that you have going on in your internal family systems, this is the best energy to do it. Truly. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. We have to be patient, and we've had to be patient for such a long time. Actually, let me get one more on the 7 of Cups, please. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. This is kind of just reiterating what I said, what I was just talking about. So overall, King of Cups, emotional regulation, emotional intelligence, calm, serene, whatever arises, allowing it to arise, not attaching to it, but letting the energy, the emotions, the thoughts rise up and flow through. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Yesterday, I was like that. I had a convo with myself in the morning that I would be open to the signals to connect and help. I connected and helped about 5 people in a couple of hours in town. Nice. I know, it's been really a great energy to connect with people. Darren says, I'm feeling good about the whole thing, sitting at the fire, just listening. Awesome. Perfect. Good. So we're all kind of feeling this Whatever arises, what's that saying? Whatever arises, love that. That just came flying through. I know that's not my saying, but yeah, King of Cups. I got this. I got this. And we're feeling really calm, serene. There's waves coming up at his feet, but he's just like, yeah, it's okay. It is okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We've put, each and every one of us have put time and focus, energy into something. Maybe more than one thing. But these are things that we actually intend. And we've taken care to not let anything happen to these, whatever it is. We're not going to sabotage it. We're carefully watching our life, our manifestation slowly start to grow to a place where, I don't know about you guys, but I've had some pretty big hopes and wishes and dreams of mine start to take form. They're starting to grow on these plants, starting to take form. And it's really important at that very tender beginning phase to check your thoughts, because there's always going to be a protector in there that's going to be like, yeah, even if that, like, there's a naysayer in there. We all have one. To check the mind and to make sure that we're moving to a calm place in the mind, because that's the computer, the storyboard. It's like blah 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 blah, right? You are enough. That is right. I'm sitting at my drawing table illustrating a children's book as I listen. Awesome. So it's important that we stay in a calmer state of mind where we don't get too pulled in either direction, either polarity, right? We stay kind of in that 0 point. 0 point. Because here's the world. That's a big one. The world. Completion. Integration. This is an integrated, a phase of integration. And it is important that we put into practice that which we desire to have or experience, meaning we embody being the best version of ourselves. We embody being, like, I had to embody being at the beach next week, and I'm going there. It's just an example. No, but this is a very nice integration phase where we are wrapping up some really big karmic cycles. And when I say karma, what comes around goes around, that saying has been showing itself to me over and over again in the most crazy ways. I will say that. Then we have the Seven of Cups. When this is the energy I was talking about of we don't know, right? We don't exactly know what the outcome is yet. We want to have faith. We want to have trust. We want to have clarity of mind. Yet, emotionally, that's where the King of Cups comes in handy. To stay regulated, to stay neutral. Because in our past, we've manifested and experienced all different kinds of things, right? A tornado. I keep talking about this tornado that comes around in my life every now and then. A snake. Oh, a heart, a rose. Like, and all with the same intention, just different, like, what are you going to get this time kind of thing. That's Aquarius, the unknown. Yes. And embrace the unknown. But actually, even better, King of Swords, we have our own knowing, our own inner knowing. The King of Swords has cleared away the clutter, has cleared away all of the residual, like it has unlearned all that we were taught to believe, all the programming, all the conditioning, all of the other people's opinions, and you should do this and all that stuff, and has very clear clarity of mind as to who they are and what they want, and can see clearly through everything, right? So when we get to that state, regardless of what arises or appears, we remain calm, regulated, neutral. I find that this energy is extremely powerful and extremely helpful, because we needed a push, but I don't think that we could have tolerated more of those shoves from the universe, like, these kinds of shoves down your step, push into the unknown. This is more of like, all right, we're Taurus energy, we're feet on the ground, we're rooted, we're grounded, we're feeling better in our body, we're actually embodied, we're in the body instead of just all over the place here in our head. Hi Virgo 99. I'm taking an important trip later this year. I have to wait for one piece of information before I can purchase tickets. I'm doing my best to stay calm and just let it all happen as it will. Yeah. And that is like exactly like all of my experiences have been that way. There's always something missing. Not really sure. It's like there's this element of surprise. Where was that? So before I came on camera, don't give up. And the trickster, the Heyoka, came up. And then I just heard, this is a test. This is only a test. Trust thyself. Yes, yes. Beautiful. So this is nice that this is kind of confirming everything that I was sensing and feeling and experiencing. Because I'm just like you guys. I don't know anything until I have the experiences over and over again. There are certain things that I can just have my inner knowing about, and just like you guys, like we all can deeply know. And even then, sometimes we have to still go through whatever stuff we signed up to experience and to work through and to break free from. We have a lot of things that we've had to break free from. We've had a lot of breakdowns and breakthroughs, and I don't know. And there's still this underlying, I feel it. I can feel it in my solar plexus. This, I don't know, it's an unknown, and there's a part, an internal part, and it's linked to my solar plexus that has that fear of something from the past occurring again. Oh, we got a Schumann spike. Something from the past coming up again, or like I'm gonna have to re-experience this over again. And you're a wonderful human being. Oh, thank you, Darren. So are you. We all are. Oh, that actually, right, we all are. We are all in this together. We truly are. We are all in this together. We have our own unique experiences, yet we also have very similar experiences. Some of us have the exact same, well, they're never the exact same experience, because we're in our own individual bodies, but we're not separate. We really are not. And I think this Aquarius energy, as time continues, is going to show us humans more and more and more about the quantum field, about energy and how we affect energy, how we affect matter, how we affect each other, how we affect the entire stream of collective consciousness. And so when we get to a state of understanding that, it is truly our responsibility to keep our emotions regulated. And we're always we'll fall for tricks. It's a lesson. Honestly, I still fall for them, but then I don't get sucked into a black hole from them like I used to in the past, It's lesson learned. I understand. I get it. Oh, Granny Paula, you know you're a wonderful human. You better know you're a wonderful human being. Let's get one more message for us all. I'm feeling the Starseed Oracle really strongly here. So we're going to read from that. We're going to read from that. That's something that came up, last week. Guilt and shame came up for me. And it wasn't even anything, like I didn't do anything wrong. It was when I fell. Being irresponsible and being silly, goofy me. I woke up the next morning feeling this terrible feeling like I kept hearing like I'm a bad girl. And it was something from my childhood. It was really intense. Like I didn't buy into it, obviously, but I'm like, this is a new one. This is interesting. And then I had a memory of all the times I've had, and they've all been men. I had a landlord back like long time ago that kept saying, he was Irish too. He's like, you're a good girl, Paige, like in his accent. I've had so many people tell me I'm a good girl. And I'm like, why are people telling me I'm a good girl? Well, there is something subconscious, a part in me, an inner child part in me that was told I was not a good girl, and it stuck. And they were trying to pull that out. And I was just like, Tap into your ascending sign, the karmic path. This is what we desired before incarnating. Interesting. Well, my ascendant is in Libra. So definitely I relate to that and the importance of balance in relationship to one another. And most importantly, I had to come into a balance with my relationship to myself so that I can see myself as a good girl, whatever that means. I mean, we're talking about like old punishments and like the stuff that is projected and put on us when we are children. That stuff sticks inside and we don't even consciously know it all the time. But interestingly enough, I'm able to like see it being projected back. Like, no, you really are. Like, stop feeling guilty or bad. Yes, we all make mistakes. We all do stupid stuff too. And a lot of it, if you're like me, Scorpio sun, if you're like me, I was such a control freak most of my life. Most of my life over myself. And I think that was survival in the beginning, like sit up straight, be good, don't talk too much, because I would always get in trouble for my mouth, my words, and all those things. Like, just like be a good girl. Right? Where was I going with that? I just totally lost it, because I'm getting all these messages now that are coming on. Yeah, work with it. I have Uranus in the first house too, so there you go with that. The rebel. There you go. You cannot put me in a box or a container. You can't label me. You've never been able to. I will not. I will break through any mold that somebody tries to put me in. And that's where I think that guilt and shame comes from. Like, I don't fit. I don't fit in with other people's, even their description of who I am. Oh my gosh. Sorry. And it's so funny because another one of my friends had sent me this song, a throwback, again from the 80s. I'm getting a lot of 80s stuff come up, but it's called Black Sheep. and then she got us hats. The funny thing was she got us hats, both of us, matching hats. I didn't get mine yet, but she sent me a picture. And it says Black Sheep on it, like a ball cap. And I had that hat and lost it. I had that. I actually made that hat back in 2018 or 17. I bought a patch and I sewed it onto a hat and I lost it. But anyway, the Black Sheep. That's me. And there's a big portion of me that wears that as a badge of honor. But there's a little part in me that I think the part that growing up, having strict rules and stuff and going to like private school and all of that stuff, having to force myself to fit in or I'll get in trouble, I'll be punished. And trust me when I say I've been punished a lot for not fitting in. You would think that would be a big fear of mine, but actually I think having Uranus in the first house probably helps a lot to constantly break free from anyone or anybody, including myself, that tries to contain me, tries to label me, identify me. I don't subscribe to any labels at all. Let's see what you guys are saying. Whatever happens in those cards, I hope the fake kings or emperors get their karma now. Oh, let's talk about that one because that came up to me too. Aquarius is unconventional. God keep the queen with all happiness and peace. Well, how do I divulge this without actually? So I was rudely awoken yesterday morning at 6 a.m. by a text message from somebody from New Jersey. And I'm not even going to go into all the details, but they wanted to know, they wanted the phone number for somebody in my family and said that somebody was being unfaithful. And instead of actually taking that at face value, because I already knew the truth of what was going on there, I had a flash, a whole psychic insight that came to me about somebody in my past that had a big impact on me, that had it changed my life, but this person kept their mask on instead and stayed behind their safety and security and money and power and all of that stuff. And I had to like just to everybody, this is what I did, this is who I am, I want to be free from my past, all that stuff. The other person, hiding. I feel like exposure is happening now for a lot of people, including the person that came into my psychic senses when I received this text message at 6 a.m. in the morning from some random stranger. Like, it was very strange. These things do not happen, but when they do, and when I get like a big wave of energy woken out of a deep sleep, it was a message for me. And it was just like a, hey, heads up, this is what's going on right now. I always ask, I'm like, I know I don't need to know all of it, but I have this curiosity and maybe I won't know in this lifetime. I'll be okay with that. But if the event that something happens karmic retribution, when something comes back around, I would love to know. And not in a vindictive way. I still have love. Like, I don't want anybody to be hurt, but I do want some wrongs to be made right by the universe. Something like that's my deep desires. Like, just make it right, because that's not right what happened. I know I'm being a little, I'm trying not to dime anybody out here. And so every now and then I will get these little strange coincidences or incidences that come to me. And then when I get this whole flash, especially woken up out of a deep sleep, I wasn't even thinking about this person or anything, pops into my radar. I'm like, ooh, I think that somebody's being exposed right now. The truth is being exposed right now. Yeah. Balance. And that's another message, is karmic balance. That's big right now. Big. Big, big, big. So yeah. We might not ever know. But let's see. How do we say? Behind the scenes or symbolically, we're shown these things. And I'm good with that. Again, I don't want anybody hurt. I want nobody harmed. I just would like to have some energetic balance there, you know? It is better to get closer to the truth. I agree. I mean, that might be my ego saying that, but I truly do feel like it. All right. The final message for us all. It's just like that, you know, like for any of you, I'm the oldest of 5, so I have a lot of siblings. If you ever have like a sibling or somebody when you're a child and they do something, say they like pull your hair and you're like, ah, and then you get in trouble for going, ah, and the other person is like, I didn't do anything, and they don't get in trouble. It's kind of like that. It's like, I still love my sibling, but like, I didn't do anything wrong, they did, kind of thing. That's the kind of energy I'm talking about. Or just the truth. Yeah, let the truth be known. Yep. Okay. Back to us all. Yeah, and I try not to even read into those energies, but when they come to me, they come to me, and I will share for sure. This one was a little deep because it was linked to my family, but I didn't get involved. I didn't even respond. I just was like, wow, that's a deeper message than what was given to me at face value, that's for sure. Thank you. Oh. We have weight of the world, boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. Yes, we do. Let it go. It's not ours to carry. Let's read this from the book. Oh, I turned right to it too. Strong message. I just started feeling this in my throat chakra. Hold on. Ooh. All right. And this is for all of us. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulder, to put your own oxygen mask on first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for caring so much. Caring, not carrying. Caring so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. but the way you've been doing so is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say you should switch off to the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taken out energetically. I want to stop there for a moment because that had been all of, I want to say a good chunk of April for me was like constantly getting wiped out, constantly being wiped out energetically by, all of the stuff that's going on in the world. Okay. Where are we at? It's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first to a nourishing practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercising in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face the day, the state of the world, and care for others. At the end, and at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up again in the morning if you choose to, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. That has been a big message. Big, big, big message. I've been seeing, sensing, feeling, hearing. This is the month to really rest energetically as much as possible. It's okay. Yes, we all have responsibilities. We all have things to do, but we don't need to get swept away with how fast the world, the energy, life is really like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Soul inquiry is more like, I look at it like parts work. So if I'm laying in bed and I'm not turning on my phone, I'm not quite meditating, but I scan my body. If I'm already feeling or sensing something, I ask deeper into my soul, what is this? Please show me. Please, but you have to sit. It is a meditative practice, but it is like an internal question. Or you can sit and ask, is there something that you would like? You can ask your body, you can ask yourself, all your parts. Is there something that I should be aware of today? Is there something you would like to show me, tell me, let me hear? And if you don't get it at that moment, you still already put that question out there. So when you go through your day, if you are present enough and you're able to pick up on the symbology and the signs and the language and the reading between the lines, you get your answers. So it's about like deep soul searching, soul inquiry. Yeah. Nice reminder. Yes. Yeah, it's not ours to carry. It is important to have healthy boundaries, healthy energetic boundaries, and put our oxygen mask on first. That's a great reminder for sure. So I think that's all I have for this evening, but it is really awesome to be on here with all of you guys and just chit-chatting and talking. Happy new moon in Taurus. I am excited for this energy. I am excited that we are finally having a little bit of a clutter clearing. Clutter is cleared for the most part, and feeling more grounded, more stable, more that King of Cups. Like, I can regulate these emotions. I can stand in that ocean and those waves, and they're not gonna like knock me over. Sometimes we might have to take a rest when the energies are a little bit too much. If we've gotten pushed around by the waves a little too much, it can take some downtime. But overall, I feel like we're heading in a really nice direction. So yes, happy new moon. What did Martin say? The first thing you do when you put your feet on the on the ground getting out of bed, say thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Yes. I always open up my curtain to my window next to my bed, and the sun is usually rising right in that one window. And I'm like, good morning, sunshine. Even if it's raining, I'm like, good morning, sunshine. Good morning, trees. Good morning, creek. Good morning. Like, I'm like on my good morning tour to all of nature around me and my cat, too. So, definitely, gratitude is really important, and just that connection, really truly feeling connected to all that we are truly connected to. So, so much love to you guys. Thank you for joining and sharing and all of that. And yeah, I'll finish doing because I can't help but doing some kind of reading every day. But by Friday, I leave Friday morning and I won't be back until the following Friday. So I will be gone for a week. I'm going to try not to. Now, I can't promise myself this even because it is hard to pick up on so many messages and not relay them. And I am going to be bringing some of my cards with me. Not all of them, obviously, but I'm going to bring some cards with me. So I don't know. Who knows? I might pop on just to show you guys the ocean or something like that. But other than that, I plan on being offline and really just enjoying that. So thank you. Thank you all so much. So much love to you all. Have a great evening or day wherever you are. Journal, definitely. Yes, yes, yes. Mwah. Much love to you guys. Bye.